Maya Reacts, back with another video. So we're just going to jump right into it. This topic is mainly just about the notion of dating Black women and how Black women feel about it, but also we're going to take a turn on how different we should look at why successful Black women date and look at dating successful men the way that they do. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Everybody says that Black women are just bitter and Black women are just mad because they're dating white women, and when white women are easier to deal with and Black women are difficult. And in reality, Black women don't even care. Like, it's
we don't give a fuck. Like, we literally do not care.
We want someone that wants.
So that's the problem. Black women, we don't care. We have this very prideful way of looking at things. And I noticed this, and just from experience as a Black woman, we have this whole "you can't tell me nothing" attitude, and that's one of our biggest flaws, right? When you look at other groups of women, other races of women, they care about what people say about them. You know, they value it. They see it as a way to improve. They're not looking at it from a way like, oh, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. I'm going to be who I want to be. You just got to take me as I am, like how many Black women are. That's our problem. That's our downfall. That is pride. When you are prideful about just your appearance, not even the surface, beneath the surface level, when even now when men are talking about, Black men are talking about they don't want a woman who's overweight. They don't want a woman who wears a ton of makeup. They prefer a woman with natural hair. Black women are so against it. It's like men tell women they don't like this, and then they go and find the longest eyelashes that they can find. Other groups of women don't do that when it comes to their men. They do what their men like. Not to say that we shouldn't express ourselves, and I do believe that us Black women, us being strong and being strong-willed, that can be used as a very positive thing. We can really change the world if we use it in a positive way, but we can't even use it to better and empower our men. Black women, we have the ability to uplift our men. We have the ability to help them to become better, but instead we choose to use it against them.
We want someone that wants us back. Period. And if it's not going to be Black men, that's why all the Black women are starting to date white men.
Period.
And they say, let me know if it's true, because I haven't. I feel like a lot of Black women say, like,
dating outside of your race does not solve a problem. It's like saying, oh, I have this infection, but I'm not going to deal with it, so I'm just going to ignore it and figure something else out in the meantime. Meanwhile, your doctor is saying, here's the cure. Here's what you actually need. If you actually take this, you'll be better. But you're like, oh, no, I'd rather do something else. It's the same thing. Avoid the problem than to address it. Avoid Black men altogether and date outside of our race. Not to say that you can't find love outside of your race. I do believe that. But to say that just because Black men are not on board with what Black women, majority of Black women want to do, so they date outside of their race, is so immature. And we have to get out of this selfish mentality, not just as Black women, but women as a whole. We have to, in our innate nature, we are caregivers, we are nurturers, we are the ones who look after children. We are the ones who educate children and teach them how to have good character and good morals. We're the ones who are supposed to uplift our husbands, uplift our men, and to encourage them when they are at their lowest, when they come home from a terrible work day. We're the ones that they're supposed to find comfort in, find peace in. Instead of being that, we choose to be against, have this very selfish mentality, this selfish nature that is not going to get us anywhere.
Higher standard,
yeah.
Than when I've dated Black men, and and they're like, I'm not going back.
And let me just say this. I, and I'm trying to be careful what I say, white men, whatever other group of men you choose to date, just because they treat you better than black men does not mean that that is who you're supposed to be with. Like I said, it's easier to just ignore the fact that we are not treated well by black men. It's easier to say, you know what, forget black men, I'm gonna date outside of my race. That's so easy. But why do we choose easy? Why don't we choose a challenge? That's how we grow, ladies. You grow as a woman, as a person, as an individual by being challenged. It's not always going to feel good. You're not always going to be in agreement with it. But if it helps you to become better, better yet, if it helps our society to become better, why not? Because it's not always about you. Guess what? You're going to leave this earth one day, and it's not going to be about you anymore. And if you're blessed enough to be married and have children, it's gonna be about those children. And guess what? Children see what their parents are. They don't just see what we say. They see who we are. They see our actions. And if we are selfish people, we're going to raise a whole nother generation of selfish women, selfish people. And is that something that we want to do? So let's get into the next video I want to share.
Sucks that as black women, me especially being educated, and I make, a certain amount, the higher you go, the less likely we see y'all, up at the top. So it's like, you mean to tell me there was another black man that was at the top?
That's the problem too. Like,
yeah,
a lot of
that
women
is the
are
problem.
looking for men at the top instead of.
But no.
The men aren't gonna like this take, but she makes a very valid point, and it's not even because of her skin tone. It's well known that women like men that are doing better than them. Most women come across and are attracted to men that are ambitious in a way that they are making more money. That man's able to put that woman onto a different mindset. That man's able to show that woman how to make more money. Just level that woman up in multiple different ways. I think the confusion for us men is women.
This is very true. This is very true. And I like where he's going with this. Simply because it's different than what we're hearing. We're hearing a lot of men saying, oh, women, y'all need to stop wanting men for this. Women, y'all need to stop. And for so long, when I hear this, I agree with some of it, but you have to, in order for you to agree with most of what I'm hearing from other men, you have to have a very mature mentality. You have to understand, like, okay, this is truthful. But at the same time, what also is true is that we are women. Women are going to be women. Men are going to be men. And like he said, naturally, women want a man who's better than them. And it does not have to be financially. And that's the thing that I have an issue with in our society right now is everyone is pushing this whole, he has to have money, he has to have money. Men who have money does not mean that they are ready to be husbands. Just because they have all this money does not mean that they are mentally capable of loving you the way that you should be loved, and that will help you to grow and become a better woman. In our nature, we want a man that is better than us. We do. Because naturally, avoiding all society says, everything that's going on, just silence it all out. In our innermost being as a woman, we want a protector. We want a provider. We want someone who can lead us naturally. And a leader is an aspiration. It's someone that you aspire to be. It's someone that helps you grow, who's not just bossing you around and telling you what to do, but is leading you in a path where you should go. And it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be easy, but you're looking at the leader as this person that you trust. And if you just follow them, you'll get to the finish line. And that's how women naturally see men when we are not traumatized, when we are not hurt and bitter towards men.
Less isn't worthy of that woman, but we're talking about women nature and what women are attracted to. And to be honest, for us to sit up there and be like, you know what, you're not looking in the right places, or your problem is you're just looking for a man at the top. Bro, if she's at the top, why can't she look for other men at the top? Why does she have to look down? Like I said, women and men are attracted to the opposite gender for different reasons. Fellas, we can be at the top and be okay with the woman that might be at the bottom. Why? Because we value different things out of our significant other.
And that's so true. Men, they can be with a woman who works at McDonald's and take her in and marry her. Women, we see a guy at McDonald's, we think that he's a deadbeat. That may just be his third job, but we see that and we think that naturally that, okay, he's not ready to be a husband, but that man might be. But we can't change that. So what do we have to do? What can we learn from this? What can we learn from this? What we can learn is that we have to learn each other. Men, try and understand women more. Try and understand that we are emotional creatures. We do have certain things about us that makes us women that may irritate y'all. And most men, I will say, understand that. But women, we have to come to a mature state of mind and realize that it's not always about us. And I know it hurts to hear this. I know somebody needs to tell you, but ain't nobody ever told you that you're selfish. I'm gonna tell you right now. As your girl, as your homegirl, as your sister, as your big sis, your mentor, whatever you want to call me, I'm gonna tell you right now, most Black women are selfish. You see life from a very, very narrow lens. And the truth of the matter is, it's not always going to be about you. Even if you decide not to have kids, even if you decide that you don't ever want to be married, living in the society, you have to realize it's not about you. And especially if you are in any form of religion, especially Christianity, you definitely know that life is not about you. So I would reflect deep within yourself to realize that life is not about you, to get out of this selfish mentality, to get out of this I want this, I want that, and oh, you can't tell me nothing. If you don't want me, somebody else will. Stop it and start becoming more mature. Start realizing that it's okay to not agree with everything. But if it's true, and if it hits, if the shoe fits, wear it. Actually, no. If the shoe fits, take it off, reflect, then put it back on. We're going to use that. Be accountable for your mess. Be accountable for things that you need to improve on. Because when you do that, society will be better. People around you will be better. And life for you will be better. Until next time.